What I want to touch on real quick is why this is so beneficial for the Chiefs, what they just did. As we all know by now, the Kansas City Chiefs just sent Snead over for a 2025 third round pick and a 2024 seventh round pick swap. And a lot of fans are confused on why the Chiefs did that. They think the Chiefs got lowballed, finesse. I'm going to be honest, last night I thought the Chiefs got lowballed. I still do. Snead was the #1 cornerback in the league last year. He didn't allow a touchdown all regular season and only allowed one in the playoffs against the Bills. Over 90 targets without allowing a touchdown. That hasn't been done since Stephon Gilmore when he won Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Snead is a great player. That's why he got paid as much as he did. But the Kansas City Chiefs are showing that they have so much trust in their guys like Trent McDuffie, for example. Trent McDuffie had an all-pro year last year. He was a first-team all-pro cornerback. People thought Snead should have got it over him, but Trent McDuffie had a phenomenal breakout year last year. The Chiefs lost Snead, but still have so much depth to this defense. They have a lot of young talent that will continue to improve, and the Chiefs do draft really well. We do know this. Brett Veach and the front office have a good eye in the draft. They've consistently drafted picks that help them throughout the entire season. So getting a third round pick next draft, I mean, it's a little annoying because we got to wait a little bit, but they still got an extra third round pick. At the end of the day, any extra draft picks are good. I understand Snead, the athlete, the talent he was, losing a piece like that is a hit, but the Chiefs do have Trent McDuffie. The Chiefs last year had 2 all-pro cornerbacks. Now they only got 1, and most teams don't have any at all. Trent McDuffie is a special talent, and he will continue to play on his rookie contract for the Chiefs. He will be an upcoming free agent, and the Chiefs need to pay him. This is good because now the Chiefs have an extra $27 million, I believe a little over $27 million in cap space. I mean, this is huge. The Chiefs had no money at all going into this offseason and had to work around it by first adjusting Patrick Mahomes' contract to free up a ton of money there. There were some non-negotiables as well, like bringing back Chris Jones. Now, if you lost Jones and Snead, now that's a whole different story, and I'm glad that's a story that I don't have to cover because that didn't happen. Chris Jones was a huge part, just like Snead. We can't ignore the fact and just say Snead wasn't a big part of this team or this defense or this playoff run. Snead was a very key piece to this defense, and I don't want to overlook it or underplay it. It will be a hit for this defense, but this Chiefs team has enough depth and enough potential to cover his place. Like I said, they have Trent McDuffie as well, who will continue to play at a high level and improve throughout his whole entire career. I think that's somebody now the Chiefs are really looking into bringing back next offseason. There's going to be some tough choices then, but we don't have to worry about that now. We need to worry about this upcoming season, and Trent McDuffie will be there. Tamari Connors, like I mentioned in the last video, he will step out a ton. Brian Cook should be back from injury. He's a safety, but still. The Chiefs could also look for a quarterback in the draft as well, but they also have so much cap space now compared to what they did. Xavier Howard is a free agent from the Miami Dolphins. He's a quarterback. I can see the Chiefs potentially looking into him. I also saw some people saying that the Chiefs should look into signing OBJ, and I've reported this and covered this before. I even said this last offseason, the Chiefs should not be getting OBJ at all. The Chiefs shouldn't even be interested in him or look into him or pay him more than $1 million. I saw somebody say the Chiefs should give him a $5 million one-year deal. OBJ should give the Chiefs $5 million for their ring. No, but seriously, I don't think the Chiefs should spend their money on a receiver like that. I think the receiving core is just fine, honestly. And they're going to draft a wide receiver in the first round. We don't know who. Hopefully Xavier Worthy or Donnie Mitchell, one of the receivers from Texas. But this is a big deal because this defense was the best and youngest defense in the league next year. But I still believe they will still be able to do exactly what they were doing. They don't have the best cornerback duo in the league anymore, but they still have one of the best cornerbacks in the league still. And they still have one of the best defenses, bringing back Drew Tranquill. You still have Nick Bolton, Chris Jones, obviously. Charles Omeni, who should be back for the playoffs, and that's really what matters. Bringing back Mike Dana, Leo Chanel, who had the highest rated grade in the Super Bowl. I mean, the Chiefs are playing their cards right this offseason and setting them up for success to get this three-peat. This is the only thing now that could potentially bite them, but they've done it before. They even moved on from Tyreek Hill, but they were able to get a lot more draft picks for Tyreek, and they got some great players using those picks like Trent McDuffie. But this Chiefs defense will still be a threat and still be a #1 defense in the league, I believe. You still have Steve Spagnuolo. He's not going anywhere, and he's just going to continue to improve this defense. He now has to figure out extra roles for these guys, and he does that the best. I'm really excited to see this Trent McDuffie breakout season. Last year, McDuffie had 80 combined tackles, 20 being assisted. He had 3 sacks as well. Trent McDuffie was all over the field. That's why he was an all-pro cornerback over Snead. This now means the Chiefs are very high on Trent McDuffie as they see him as their #1 cornerback option. And like I said, Snead signed for a ridiculous amount of money. Well, not a ridiculous amount of money. He deserves it. But money that the Chiefs could not pay him at all. The Chiefs have a lot of upcoming free agents, like I've been saying, and they're being smart about it. Remember how I said they're playing their cards right? This is one of those moves that will help them in the long run. They freed up so much cap space, and that's something the Chiefs have struggled with for years. years now, and it's something they will continue to struggle with because Mahomes' contract, but it's just something you have to work around and adjust with. We also saw the Chiefs invest into the offense this offseason by bringing in Marquise Brown. Hollywood Brown is going to be a huge addition to this offense, and we're now going to be able to see this Chiefs team have a good defense and a good offense, because last season it was really the defense carrying in a lot of these both sides of the field, because now that they have a good offense that can put points on the board, they still have their strong, deep, young defense with the same coaching staff. This is just super beneficial. They now have $27 million extra dollars that I just mentioned. I mean, this is a big deal because now they can actually make moves and sign other players, and that's after paying their rookie signings in the draft already. I mean, they could really make some moves this free agency still. I'm not sure who they would sign exactly. They already are being smart. They got a lot of guys to pay in the upcoming future that they need on this team. Nick Bolton, Creed Humphrey, Joe Thuney. I mean, these are guys that they need. So they are doing the right thing by waiting it out.